hey. Jackson Square, Old St. Pete, the Wild Chapel Coolers dancing in the street. Got Bucharest, there's magic in the air. Down in Bucharest, can't see it but it's there. Bucharest, can feel it everywhere. Down in Bucharest, sees the river walk so far away. Told from Algiers there's no escape. Her heart and soul have crossed to Bucharest. She better follow before it's too late. Mysterious illusions will draw you in. So say the girls at the Congo got Bucharest. There's magic in the air. Down in Bucharest, can't see it but it's there. Woo! Bucharest, feel it everywhere. Down in Bucharest. Oh, how many names fit on the famous door? So many we may never know. How many souls have wandered up the pearl? Just go ask Mama Marie LeBeau. She knows about Bucharest, the magic in the air. Down in Bucharest, can't see it but it's there. Woo! Bucharest, voodoo everywhere. Down in Bucharest, hey, Bucharest, magic in the air. Down in Bucharest, voodoo everywhere. Bucharest, you see it but Square, Old St. Pete, the wild Chappadoodles dancing in the street. Down in Bucharest, there's magic in the air. Down in Bucharest, can't see it but it's there. Bucharest, can feel it everywhere. Down in Bucharest, sees the river walk so far away. Told from Algiers, there's no escape. Her heart and soul have crossed to Bucharest. She better follow before it's too late. Mysterious illusions will draw you in. So say the girls at the gun begin down in Bucharest. There's magic in the air. Down in Bucharest, can't see it but it's there. Woo! Bucharest, feel it everywhere. Down in Bucharest. Oh, how many names fit on the famous door? So many we
How many
may never
names
know.
are written on the famous door?
How many souls
You know
have
how many?
wanted up the bird? Just go ask Mama Maria LeBeau. She knows.
I wonder how famous you have to be on the famous door. Like, do you think
I know.
Lil Kim is on the famous
Yeah.
door?
I know Elvis.
What?
Let me see. How many names
Or on the famous door?
are on the famous door? Meanwhile, happy Wednesday.
Anything goes,
Children of the
kids.
lawn.
Would somebody leave something on that stool? Well, I don't know.
I don't know. Remy was sitting in Kitty's yesterday when she came back from the bathroom.
That happens.
Well, the famous door opened in 1935 and was one of the major clubs on the street.
What street is it? Is it Bourbon Street?
It's on Bourbon Street.
Okay, so this is, the fun part of this. It's one of the fun parts. I had written the rhythm track to that song, the music, without the release, which you don't care what that is, but it's just the part that's different than everything else.
Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
The famous door was a jazz club on New York's 52nd Street.
Whoa.
And it opened in 1935. There's more than one famous door. We have to find out New Orleans.
All right. Well, so here's how it went. I wrote the music. That was one of the songs that I was, working at. And I played everything, and I had the whole thing. I didn't have the middle eight bit, but everything else was pretty much the way you heard it. No guitar on it yet, no vocals. And so I can't remember how I connected with a songwriting friend of mine, Bobby, and he said, well, I don't remember how we started talking about it, but we were sending songs back and forth because you're always looking for someone to write with or someone to write for or anything like that, if you're a writer and you like to write. And Bobby has written some good stuff in his day. He's gotten a few album credits to his name, but somehow we got on the subject. He said it sounds like New Orleans. It sounds like New Orleans because it had that kind of it's kind of sneaky backstreet sounding, and so I actually agreed with him when I heard it, and so that's when we decided that we were going to write the song about New Orleans. But how do you do that? And so I said to Laurie, give me some words that are singular to New Orleans. Like, things that if you heard these words, this is the only context you would hear them. And she said, I think one of the first things she said was the wild Chapatoulas.
No, that's right.
Well,
Oh, wait. Gail says, is Steve out of sync?
am I out of
Or
sync?
is it me?
No, it's you. No, I'm good. I mean, it looks right to me.
Okay. Well, there's your answer, Gail.
You could reload if you want, refresh it.
Refresh.
It'll come back in.
Yep. Or, other people would have been saying, Steve's out of sync.
Yeah, I don't want you to get messed up because you think I'm not talking in time with myself.
Baby, 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 Steve's out of time.
That would suck if we did that whole show and it was all like that. The only thing worse than that, in and out, and then we. But
Michael says it seems good, and Sue says it's fine, and Gail says there's bad thunderstorms there. Okay,
So, all right. So I get the wild Chapatoulas. That's the first thing I get.
Yep.
Now there's the wild Chapatoulas are not in
Tennessee.
They're not in Tennessee. They're not anywhere in Pennsylvania. They're nowhere near Canada or anything like that. They are.
New Orleans.
Is it a tribe? I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Well, I knew them from.
It's a group of people that they call themselves the Wild Chapatoulas.
It's a vocal group.
It's a local group, an area group. A local vocal group.
Yeah.
And
they are Indians. They were originally a group of Mardi Gras Indians formed in the 1970s.
Okay, so when you hear in the song it says, the Wild Chapatoulas dancing in the street down in Vieux Carré. Vieux Carré is the French Quarter. That's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Sounded a lot better than French Quarter. Because, yeah, you have to be able to sing it right. So then there are a couple of, there's the thing that says, mysterious illusions will draw you in. So say the girls at the Gunga Den.
Well, now Steve had already experienced the Gunga
Now,
Den.
you don't really want to just leave that hanging out there like that. The Gunga Den, as it turns out, is a I don't even know what to call it now.
Female impersonator.
Female
at the
impersonator club at the
Yes.
time. That's what and so
And
mysterious
I worked right
illusions will
next
draw
door.
you in.
Yeah.
So say the girls at the Gunga Den.
time. Right.
And what was the other thing? How many nights are spent on
Algiers.
Bourbon and Toulouse,
Right.
or by the
That's
fire
Bourbon
and
Street
by the fountain and the flame? Anyway, she gave me all these cool words, and I wrote
Pat
that.
O'Brien's has the flaming
Yeah, but it doesn't say
fountain.
pados.
Pados.
I'm trying to think. Jackson Square, Old St. Pete, the Wild Chapatoulas dancing in the street down in Vieux Carré.
Mm-hmm.
How many souls have wandered up the Pearl? That's the voodoo verse.
Pearl River.
The Pearl River. That's where when Marie
Algiers.
Laveau gets you.
She's the voodoo queen.
She is the voodoo queen.
Buried in New Orleans.
Voodoo queen.
Voodoo queen.
Oh my.
Yeah, so that's what that song was about.
So that's what that was about. And it was a fun song to write. And then he said, who can we send it to? I said, what do you mean, who can we send it to? So, well, whatever. So now it'll be on Because They Can. And why? Because they can.
That's right.
So, soon to be released in a neighborhood near you. I'll be going around with my trunk filled with mixtapes. Oops, is that the drummer warming up, or is it John getting ready to do a solo?
That's John.
Speaking of John, let me tell you what, guys, I found. I'm now into volume 2. And I found stuff today that made me clean up my studio because the shit is going down tomorrow. The part of it, and I don't know if it's not this way anymore with the more modern things, but tape is tape. You can only run it at real time, and if it's an hour and 20 minutes long, that's how long it takes to copy it. Once you have it in a digital format, you can scan through it and do every crazy thing in the world. But getting it in there is, it's real time. And so we've all been through the DAT conversation before, and I've divided, over the months and so on that I've been doing this, that I've been doing volume 1, I divided them up into what tour they were from. If it was a live show, what tour it was from. If it was a studio session, which studio session it was. Was it the demo sessions before the record? Was it? And so now I have this kind of soup of, well, not a soup yet, it's ingredients. And man, there is stuff that I forgot we even did. It's bass and drums and some other guys, no other guys, stuff that we wrote way back when we were doing it. We were writing the parts back and forth. All we had was AOL dial-up for internet, and we were sending MIDI files back and forth. We both had the identical studios on either end of the connection. So if I played a bass part in my module and sent him the data, he would download it and play it through his module, and it would be the same thing. And so that's how we first started, kind of getting used to writing together and sending different stuff back and forth. And then when it got really cool, when we were asked to write the songs, that story too. I flew over there, and he said, take these home, and gave me a bunch of DAT tapes of us playing together, us doing different things, songs that we wrote that we never finished, meaning that we know how they went, but we never got to the point where we put the guitars on them, or we put the keyboards or the vocals or any of that stuff. And I just found all those tracks. I mean, it's mind-numbing how much stuff we actually did in the 15 years that we were working together. But anyway, what's first on the Anything Goes list today? Did I even say?
No, you did not.
So we have no idea. No, I tell you what, I've been in there in the audio studio most of the day. I was in there a great deal last night, and it's kind of like a casino. There's no clocks. It's like you just get lost.
No windows.
No windows.
Well,
Except,
the thing is, it's Anything Goes Wednesday, so just play it.
So it doesn't matter what it is.
No, doesn't matter what it is.
I'm not sure what it would be. Well, let's see what it is. Oh yes, I know what it is. I think this is Jim Brewer at B.B. King's. Do you all know Jim Brewer, the comedian that does the imitation of AC/DC?
No, he does an imitation of Brian Johnson.
Well, no, he does Angus too.
He does Angus.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
Not our Angus.
No.
Angus Young.
And he's funny as shit. Well, anyway, somehow they became Brian and he became friends. And Jim would do the act, and Brian would get a big kick out of it. So I was doing an interview for who was it? It was somebody's show, and Jim Brewer was on the show, and I said, you got to come down, and whatever it was. I told him to come down to B.B. King's, and he could do the routine, because we were playing Who Phoned the Law, if you remember that song from shows gone by. And I'll play it for you, because I'm pretty sure this is it. So wouldn't that be nice?
And if it's not, well, anything goes.
Yeah, it's so the song is Who Phoned the Law, and it's Jim Brewer at BB King's making fun of Brian Johnson. Okay?
With Brian Johnson.
With
on
Brian
stage.
Johnson, yes. Here, you'll see. That's it.
What's your left, brother? Oh, my God. Let me hear you say, ooh. Ooh. I like it. Let me hear you say, red eyes. You're red eyes. Yeah.
You know this is what you look like, right?
Cigarette from the ass. You ready to do the hokey pokey? I said you ready to do the hokey pokey. This is freaking awesome. Put left foot in. You ready? I'm getting a honey. Yeah. So high. Put your left foot out. Put your left foot in. I like it. Can you shake it? Shake it. Shake it out loud. Hokey pokey.
Jim Brewer. He's going to join us later on. Hokey pokey.
Hokey pokey.
And Who Phoned the Law?
And Who Phoned the Law? That was, that was another period. That was, a couple of years worth of time there. That it was a great time. Creative. I mean, it took, especially for me and Mark as players, it really took us to a much different, to a totally rock and roll, AC/DC's not that, it's not a prog band, you know what I mean? That's rock and roll that you just can't deny. And so you can't really overplay in that stuff. I mean, if you're Mark, you can, but if you're me, you can't. But we managed to write, in that time which the whole thing about it for me was, let's write and release some stuff. We wrote stuff that, is ACRRC. It was, I think, some of the most clever music that, I've co-written with people, and Brian Johnson is a brilliant lyricist. The imagery and the things, and it's very funny because he's got a notebook, and notebook has all terrible things in it. It's all just horrible shit, like the back alleys and Black Blade and A Hand of Ice, and it's
Devil's Head.
He called me from England when we were writing the record. He goes, "Oh, Stevie, me son, I've got a great lyric for a song, Dancing on the Devil's Head." And I'm like, "Where are you, man?" And he, "Oh, well, dancing on the Devil's Head." I said, "Right now, you are?" "Yeah, I'm standing there." I said, "Okay, what is that?" And he said, "Oh, it's a rock, and it's in some place." And but he was, and it actually is. It's a location, the dance, the Devil's Head. Now the song that came out of that was Blood Alley. Blood Alley, dancing on the Devil's Head, Blood Alley, run until the streets. What is it? Kill until the streets run red. Okay, that's a little toe tapper. Kill until the streets run red. And so good at it.
Okay, well, the Devil's Head is a red sandstone sea stack and a distinctive feature of the cliffs to the north of Arbroath on the east coast of Scotland.
Oh.
So that's where he was.
Dancing on the Devil's Head. And we wrote it. I mean, that was the best part about it. It was not, there wasn't, that was the best part about playing with those guys or working with them and producing them. I mean, that's where you have the final word. It's just understood. But the best part of working with them, even though they've had like such monumental success, they were real easy. It was real natural. There was no like, "Ooh, I'd really like you to sing that again if that'd be okay." It was not even like, it was just it was the way it's supposed to be. It was the way it was when we started, and it's the way it should be now. So regardless of what happened, with those songs, and I'm hoping that some of those will show up on Because They Can.
Because they can.
Because they can.
That's right.
And they certainly can.
Mm-hmm.
And as well as that, the Vieux Carré, that was Jolyn Turner, and Andy Timmons from Danger Danger was added the guitar part. It was me playing everything else, and Joe singing. But it was, I'm so glad that I can find a home for these songs, because they're on their own. It's just, hey, yeah, nice song, but together, it's like, hey, yeah, okay. No, I think it'll be very satisfying for me, because they can. Okay, so what's next? Now I really have no idea what's next.
Well, there was going to be the B.B. King's.
Oh,
thing.
no, I think that's later.
Oh, okay.
I think there's something before that, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, yeah, I know what it is. It's Mighty Joe Young.
Oh.
Oh.
I like Mighty Joe Young.
Yeah, this is, I didn't really get hip to Van Halen until I started playing with Louie and Al.
In Mighty Joe Young.
In Mighty Joe Young, yeah. I mean, I had heard Van Halen, but, I was at that tweener time, you know what I mean, where all, whatever.
That doesn't mean
And-
he was in between being a teenager and
I still am.
child.
A teenager and a
You're a
child.
tweener.
That's me. That's me. Boom tweener.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's hear a little
All right, yeah. Okay.
Mighty Joe Young.
Let's see, can I get 2 for 2? Huh? Wow.
1, 2, 3.
wow, this is a way.
Where did that come from?
That's a way. I looked at. I don't even know where we were. I think this is the Pot Festival.
No, I mean, how is it in your playlist?
Because I was going to play it, but I was going to play it like later. Not now.
Well, it's already there, so.
So play it.
Might as well.
It's really overblown, but it's a great stage, and this was
All
a
right,
great.
well, now you have to introduce it differently.
Well, this is what we used to come out to. We used to walk out to.
This is not Mighty Joe Young.
No, this is the John and Twistle Band.
Yes.
And I'd have to look. I'd have to see who's playing keyboards to tell you what year. Oh wait, maybe I could tell by. Oh. I'm thinking. Well, whatever. Anyway, this
you know
was
what,
the.
Steve?
This was the. Just
You're
play
gonna
it.
get the rag any minute.
I'm gonna get the rag.
You're gonna get the fucking
I
rag.
think you already got the rag. Oh, super loaded for the rag. Okay, and there you go.
Yeah.
A little horror rock for you at the Pot Festival.
Mm-hmm. The High Times Festival.
High Times Festival. That was a good time. That was. Why does everyone in the dressing room look like Willie Nelson? Well. Anyway, so that was some horror rock. So that means that the next one would be Mighty Joe Young.
Okay then.
Which that's it. Just bail right into it like that.
Yeah, let's bail right on in. Well, because the medley for B.B. King's is kind of long.
Well, I can stop it. What do you
Go ahead.
mean?
You know what? If you
Do we want
if
to talk
you
about
feel-
what's coming up this week?
What's coming up this
I
week?
wish they could have seen that look. That was like, you're looking over here and making faces. You should have seen that. That was like somebody plugged in a sign and it flashed real bright and then it went out and it kind of came back on. Holy shit.
Oh, we have Ivan Bodley's throwback Thursday tomorrow.
Yeah, that was good. That was we loved his song.
And then we have Free for All Friday, so that's what's coming up this week.
Oh shit.
Oh. What's
Anyway.
coming up?
This is one of my favorite.
Bands.
It's not one of my. Yeah, I guess it is one of my favorite bands.
You love
It's
being in this band.
I did love being in this band. I love being in this band because of well, I never got to play this kind of stuff. So anyway, here you go.
Mighty Joe Young.
Mighty Joe Young, power trio. Al Renino on bass, Lou Ubriaco on guitar, and myself. I'm guessing I'm singing and playing drums.
There's
Mr. Al Renino.
You see, I told you I got that bass solo.
with color-coordinated guitars, I give you Bad Lulu!
yes, and there you go.
Mighty Joe Young.
At Lemoore in Queens, I
That's
think.
right.
No, Lemoore in Brooklyn. I don't know, one of them.
One of
them.
those Lemoores.
One of those Lemoores. One of those Lemoores. Yeah, I loved playing in that band. That was, it's good. Good band. Good players. I mean, you could get as crazy as you wanted. And I mean, if you wanted to shred, you know, you did. We worked on that set for a long time. I mean, I guess it was Louie and Al that wanted to do the Van Halen stuff. I had never even thought about it, but we did our share of originals too. It was fun. It was a great band.
Well, Louis played very good guitar,
Yes,
so I
yes, he
imagine he
did.
wanted to play Van Halen.
but his, the stuff that we wrote, the book and all the, I mean, we wrote a lot of Astral Pro and it's funny. I walk every time I go to the car. I walk by the 2-inch of some of those sessions, which is
Huh.
we're not going to wind that up anytime soon. But it was fun, and and we did what bands do. You get together, you like playing together, you listen to what you're doing, you listen to each other. It sounds, it's exciting, and it's energizing. Because there's nothing worse for me than being tired and unenthusiastic, which is, it's code for the next day, and having to, rip like that. It's not a lot of fun. It's fun. It's just not as much fun as it is when you're feeling good. So let's see. And you, okay. And Laurie, I guess because I've been in there doing the Volume 2 stuff all day, Laurie actually came up with a good suggestion. Sorry, my dentures are coming loose. For the
Brain cells are a little fried
from what?
from being in there all day working, listening to John's bass parts.
It does make you a little nuts. I mean, it does make you a little nuts, because if you don't listen to it. So anyway, I might be a little slow on the draw. You really.
Okay. What's next?
I think this is the. Wow. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going to play you a song that she's not expecting, but it has lyrics that go along to it.
It better not be that Pink Floyd guy.
No? It's a song that...
Come to play now.
That's coming soon enough. That's a couple months away, but that's coming, Pink Floyd. But no, this is a song that I woke up and wrote about you. What?
What?
No, not that. This. Nope, not that. This. Nope, not that. This.
I remember all the stories that you told me about when you were a little girl. I can picture you doing all the things you love to do, running barefoot in a field, picking flowers for your mama, and stepping on a bumblebee. The only way to love you longer is if I
You should see she's crying her eyes out over there.
I'm tired. I don't know why I'm tired.
I don't either. I don't know what it certainly isn't from.
Crying my eyes out.
No, it's not from crying your eyes out. You know, it's the the end of summer.
Tomorrow's September 1st.
How about that? Can't wait.
Oh, Patty's feeling
Big month.
emotional.
Patty's feeling
I
emotional.
think she's crying her eyes out.
I remember waking up, it was in this house, waking up and having that whole thing in my head, and running into the living room, and Mark B, he was already sitting there, playing one of my acoustics, acoustic guitar. And I said, play this and play this and play this. And he started playing it around in a circle, and I'm trying to remember what I dreamt. And by the end of the day, we had If I Knew You Then.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's me, Larry.
Oh, Kitty's making a bunch of crying faces.
Well, I think I always marvel at the way country songs, the shit that they say, I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
That does make you marvel.
I mean, we're 3 chords and the truth. You know what happens if you play a country song backwards, right? I don't have to tell you that, right?
No, you don't have to know.
Okay. All right,
Okay,
so
what's on the playlist next?
well, the thing you wanted to see from B.B. King's is
That's
on the
right.
playlist next.
This would be some of John Entwistle's solo
Yeah,
material.
and every time I see this, I'm so sorry that we never did any of this stuff with John, because it's fun to play.
So this would be Torque. This is after John died.
Yeah.
So this would be Steve's band Torque, which is Steve, Mark Hitt, and Jeff Gans. And it would be Jeff Gans playing bass and singing.
And who would be the keyboard player?
Oh, Chris Clark.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, well, Chris Clark. All right, let me find the beginning of this, because it's this is the raw tape from HDNet.
Maybe we should. Yeah.
I don't do that.
Oh, I get it now.
Okay.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, because they were broadcasting this night. Here we go.
I had a girl, and Kate was her name. We used to roller skate together, but it'll never be the same. Now she's gone. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone to that great skating rink in the sky. I remember the day as if it were yesterday. We were skating side by side in the fast lane of the motorway. Now she's gone. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone to that great skating rink in the sky. She was skating way too fast. She was far too daring when she crashed into that truck in a shower of ball bearings. They took her to the hospital, but it was far too late.
All too late.
She died in the ambulance.
Died in the ambulance.
That night I burned my skates. Now she's gone. She's gone. She's gone. She's gone to that great skating rink in the sky. I got a girl, her name is Meg. She looks kind of pretty, but she's got a wooden leg. Got a leg shaped like the thing of a care. When it comes to dancing, no one can compare. Peg leg Peggy, she really knows how to hop. She really knows how to hop. She really knows how to hop. But when it comes to dancing, she's a queen. She sounds just like a sewing machine. Peg leg Peggy, she really knows how to hop. She really knows how to hop. She really knows how to hop. She's got a sister's got a mouth so wide, you can eat her dinner with a plate inside. When she sings, you think her face is gonna split in two. Got 4-part mommy while she's kissing you. Wide mouth Winnie, she really knows how to kiss ya. She really knows how to kiss ya. She really knows how to kiss ya. But when it comes to kissing, she's an ace. But make sure you don't get lipstick all over your face. Wide mouth Winnie, she really knows how to kiss. She really knows how to kiss. She really knows how to kiss. Come on, boys. Wide mouth Winnie, she really knows how to kiss ya. She really knows how to kiss ya. She really knows how to kiss ya. But when it comes to kissing, she's an ace. But make sure you don't get lipstick all over your face. Wide mouth Winnie, she really knows how to kiss. She really knows how to kiss. She really knows how to kiss. Winnie's got a friend that's got 4 eyes, 2 in the middle and 1 on each side. When you think to the movies, it's really swell. You can watch the movie and turn the film as well. All right, then, she really can flash those eyes. She really can flash those eyes. She really can flash those eyes. When you take her to the movies, you'll nearly die. When you kiss her ear, you look her right in the eye. Wide eyed Winnie, she really can flash those eyes. She really can flash those eyes. She really can flash those eyes. In the morning, I just got to sleep. I felt so tired I couldn't even count sheep. I woke up with 6 policemen standing by the bed. The voice of doom was ringing in my head. Well, get up, fella, and don't let no fuss. You put your clothes on, you gotta come with us. Cell number 7. Cell number 7. Cell number 7. Cell number 7's a long way from heaven. Bill the call says, I think it appears I've only been dreaming the last 4 years. Sweeney says I'm having so much fun. Cell number 1 has something for everyone. Meanwhile in Boston, the kids were a queuing. But back in Montreal, we were just stewing. Cell number 7. Cell number 7. Cell number 7. Cell number
7's a long way from heaven. Well, Mickey Boy was dragging banging on his shell while the Admiral was trying to find his way out of hell. Bobby needs a chain of sand and sand. The promoter's down out his head. Derek, where's the band? The chicken sack needs bread and honey. The hotel manager is counting up the money. Well, come on, Froggies, let us pay. We got a show to do, we gotta get away. In cell number 2 was the singer of The Who, pacing up and down like a tiger in a zoo. Doesn't ram the dirt, doesn't know what he's done, and make him take away his icon. Meanwhile in Boston, the kids were human. Back in Montreal, we were just speculating. Cell number 7. Cell number 7. Cell number 7. Cell number 7 ain't nothing like Kevin. The Birdman was sleeping in cage number 3, waiting for the sound of a turning key, while Dougal the Dane was against the wall, frightened to sleep in case he should fall. And meanwhile in Boston, the kids never knew. Cell number 2 and 3 and 7 were the Who. Cell number 7. Me and Mooney were in cell number 7. He dribbled on my jacket. Cell number 7. Snored like a ghost. Or ruined my coat. Yeah. That's a lot of damn words, you know?
Oh, that is a lot of damn words there, Jeff. Great
Cell
stuff.
number 7 is
Okay,
a long way from heaven.
Now, okay, I have a trivia question for
Cell
you.
number 2 was the singer of The Who. Okay, now Kitty,
Snored like a goat.
you would
Ruined
win.
my coat.
There's no doubt that Kitty would win any trivia if you asked the lyrics to John's songs. But
But this is different.
yes, it is.
This is very.
This really happened.
This I can't wait to find out if you have stumbled across this interesting fact yet or not. But I'm sure you remember the game Trivial Pursuit with the little wedges and the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
They were playing.
John was playing.
John was playing. He was in L.A. So I guess it's, the usual L.A. customers. And somebody said, what's the bass player of The Who's middle name?
And John, it was John's question. They asked
John got the question.
And it was like, are you kidding me?
He said, are you kidding me? So, Kitty, what would you have said?
John was on the game show? No. He was playing
No, he
Trivial
was
Pursuit
playing
with his
Trivial
friends.
Pursuit. And the
She
question,
says Alex.
with an X?
Oh,
With an X?
yes. That's what they said in Trivial
That's
Pursuit.
what they said in Trivial
But
Pursuit.
that's not his middle name. It's Alec. That's right, Michael. It's Alec.
Wow.
Ah!
Kitty, you can't be that good, can you?
She said Alex. But it is Alec.
So imagine you're playing Trivial Pursuit and
John's listening to
you're-
us here.
Yeah, I hear him. Sit down.
Yeah, it's like, what's your middle name?
What's the bass player in The Who's middle name? And he goes, Alec. And they went, wrong.
It says here it's Alex.
Alex. And they show it to him, and he's like,
Oh, and Kitty said, yes, that is right. Yeah, we know.
believe me, we know.
John knew too, but he got it wrong.
Oh, my God, that's funny.
You
so
know who got
yeah.
it wrong? Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah, they certainly did. They
Okay,
certainly
so
did.
cell number 7.
So yes, a long way from heaven. There was some other cool stuff on that That was a great show. It was very nice of Mark Cuban. You know, we did that in New York, and Mark Cuban sent 2 high-def trucks, which is, I mean, how had to be what, 20 years ago?
Oh yeah.
And got the permits for the 2 trucks to be on, you know, what is it, 44th Street, 45th Street, wherever BB King's. I mean, on a Saturday and a Sunday. Hello. Amazing. So,
Yeah, that was very, very.
and that was a lot of fun, and that was a great band. That was a great version of that band. Jeff Gans, fantastic musician. Chris Clark goes without saying. You know, Mark is Mark, and but we worked well together, and it was very satisfying to play the John Solo stuff, because I think if we have played it when he was alive, he wouldn't have wanted to sing it, and no one else would have accepted somebody not singing it if John was the one that they had originally heard sing it. But in this case, I guess we figured we could pull it off, and according to you, the viewer, we did. So,
Okay, so everybody's going to watch PBS, and
Yeah.
I'm going to watch Serena Williams play at the U.S. Open.
she's
Tomorrow
on there.
night, Throwback Thursday with Ivan
Bodley.
Bodley.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. We'll be doing some crab walking.
That's right.
Let's
Love
hope
that crab walk.
And man, this guy works more than anybody I know.
Yep.
Yeah, even you. Okay, kids, if I don't see you in the future, I'll see you in the pasture.
Good night, everybody.